Yo, welcome to the Shot by Dame podcast. We're here with another episode. This is the episode number, Matt, what we say again? 5. Episode 5. Today we have a videographer or cinematographer?
Director.
Director.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to jump into the interview fairly quickly. Before we jump in, of course, I want to give a shout out to my cameraman. Today we actually have 3 cameras set up. So Mike's perspective, we got one here, one out here. And then another shout out to Powerhouse Podcasting for allowing us to be here. It's an amazing spot and I'm grateful. So a quick introduction of who we have here today is a good friend of mine. I've known him for a while, and it's crazy that we both actually took on somewhat of the same type of career as far as photography or videography, stuff like that. So to introduce him, I'm actually letting him give you guys a quick introduction of himself. So if you can, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah. My name's S. I go by AOS. My business is called AOS Imaging. I do music videos mainly, but I've shot weddings. I do photography. Pretty much do it all. Do a lot.
Mainly
music videos.
Mainly music videos, yeah. So who are you as a person?
As a person?
As a person. So if you take all the videography out, like who are you as a person? Maybe like family.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Yeah. No. Okay. So I'm a dad. You know, I got 2 boys.
Fun.
Yeah. They're pretty crazy. I'm creative. You know what I mean? I'm always my mind's always going. I'm always thinking of stuff. And you asked my age. How old am I? I don't know. I'm 31, 32. I'm up there, bro.
Oh, you're a little bit older. Oh, you're a little bit older than me, huh?
Yeah,
I forgot. I thought you were younger.
Yeah. November 2nd, I'm a Scorpio.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do the signs. You know all the signs?
No, I don't know all the signs.
You just know yours.
I know mine. I know my kids. Yeah.
So why videography over photography?
That's a good question. I just don't like taking photos, really.
It's just never been an interest? Or
yeah, no, not really. So like, well, I got into doing music videos mainly because like my kids wanted to do a YouTube channel. So I started a YouTube channel for my boys, and I picked up a camera. And then normally when I do something, I go full force. And so I'm like, oh, like what kind of camera should I get? What type of audio? And it's just a kid's YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But then I had the stuff. So I was like, okay. And I know a lot of rappers. So I just started hitting everybody up to do music videos. I hit you up to do wedding videos too.
Yeah.
And you know, I just went along with the music videos.
Quick before we jump into the next question, what you just said, I remember, I don't know when, I think you were showing me something about editing on video. But it was I don't know if you came up with the quote or not, but I remember you saying it. It was a pretty dope quote because I remember since I can remember, everything you've done has been the same way. But you had said like when I do something, I don't just put my foot in the water.
I dive in.
I dive in.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that you say that because it's like that's literally how I see you.
Yeah.
Like on everything you've done or everything I've seen you do, is like it's crazy because you see something, you put your mind to it, and it's crazy to see you just like literally figure it out.
Yeah.
Like completely. And it's like, it's not just like a little bit or, hey, he's pretty good. Like, no, you literally go like, boom.
Because I don't want to do nothing half-ass.
Yeah.
You know? If I'm going to do it, I want to do it good because it's going to have my name on it.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'm going to go full force with it.
And like, you've been that way forever.
Yeah.
From what I can remember, is there like a reason that is, or do you just feel like some type of motivation that always had you that way? Or
I don't know. That's just in me, I guess.
That's just the way you are. That's dope though. Because there's some people who like, I think I started when I think I've told a lot of people this story, but like, bro, like I bought the camera and like I used it a couple times and I couldn't find the motivation to learn.
Really?
Yeah. And so like the camera sat there for like 6 months. I almost let it just sit, bro. Like,
wow. I was really surprised when I seen you get into it, bro. Like, and you were really good even at the beginning too. Like,
yeah.
So, and you got into it. I mean, I didn't know that you had like gotten a camera and like sat on it for so long.
Yeah. See, most people don't know I sat on it. Because when I started doing it is when people thought I started.
Yeah.
But I actually had bought it, tried it, and was like, I don't want to learn. I didn't want to put the time and effort to like, I thought you could just pick up the camera like, boom, easy.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't think I had to like really put my mind to it or figure out settings or figure out, you know, just different things you have to put into it. So, yeah, it's dope that when you actually put your mind to something and really go through with it to make it something that you never thought it could be.
Yeah, because when I picked up a camera, like I'd never picked up a camera before other than my phone.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I maybe messed around with like Polaroid cameras when I was little, but never nothing serious. Like my kid's mom, she got a camera. She wanted a camera to do photos and stuff with the family and everything like that. And I always thought it was cool, like how the lenses come off. Like, oh, that's so, like, you know what I mean? But I never messed with it.
Yeah.
And when I finally did pick it up, like I just dove in.
Yeah. So you live in Texas?
Yeah, I live in Texas. I moved to Texas about a year ago.
It's a big change?
Big change. It's
like,
way different.
Yeah.
It's way different.
So tell me like just top 5 things that you could say like is just completely different from.
For one, the culture. Like, because out here, because I'm from Bakersfield. And so like I know a lot of people. I know how to talk to people. You know, the music culture is different out here. Everything's just different. And you go to Texas, like it's just, I really don't know how to explain it. It's just, it's crazy different.
Do you feel like you were able to adjust and fit in? Or do you just kind of stay who you are?
No, I'm still me. I'm still me, but like I'm trying to like, you know, I'm still trying to reach out to people out there and try to get some work and stuff. And I've been blessed. Like I got some really good opportunities out there. But I still need to, keep pushing it.
Yeah. Is that a struggle?
Yeah.
I can imagine. I mean, it's a struggle doing it in a place that you live in.
Yeah, so you're always trying to put your name out there and always like, hey, let's shoot a video, let's do this. And I'm always reaching out to artists. I'm always like sending emails and
What's the weather like?
Oh, bro, like you know how it was yesterday, like 106. It was humid. It was raining. That's how it is out there. It's
all the time.
Not all the time. I mean, like, but the summertime is like the worst. The humidity is gross. You go outside, yeah, it's bad.
So like, and I think you've told me stories about just you coming back and forth as far as working on video.
Yeah.
How is like the whole the grind of it, the whole process? I won't bring up a story you had told me a while back, but about you pretty much traveling and having to stay a certain places
to come out here
just to to get a video done and do stuff like that. But like, how are the sacrifices going into it? Like,
well, you gotta if you want to do something, and you gotta make some sacrifices. That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
And so I get a lot of business out here. I got a lot of people wanting to work out here, and me living in Texas, that's and I have a lot of equipment, and so trying to fly with all that equipment, and then I fly out here, I got to rent a car, so it's just easier for me to just drive. It's a 21-hour drive, and I don't like making anything longer than I have to.
Yeah.
So I just drive straight through. I get here, and then I crash for like a day, and then I start taking bookings.
Damn.
And I keep my stuff in my car. But lately I've been real blessed. I have, had some places to stay and stuff, but I used to sleep in my car. I just post up at the hotel.
So I remember you telling me that,
sleep in my car until I get kicked out and go to Walmart and then get kicked out.
And that was just to kind of like save up a little cash and just make sure that you were good and just keep working. Like that's a huge sacrifice. That's something like a lot of people wouldn't like. I would say I wouldn't do it, maybe I wouldn't do it. I don't know the situation I'm in, but that's crazy that like you literally went through something like that and just like still kept that motivation. Like you're going to do whatever you have to to continue to come down.
Well, I bet you would have done it too. Like, I mean, right now, probably not. Like if you had a wedding in Florida or something, like you could probably get a hotel and stay out there. But at the beginning, you're like, oh, it's a big wedding. I'm going to go do it. I'm going to sleep in my car.
Whatever I have to do.
Yeah.
That's how it is. I was telling Mike, like I've always told him, like, I think we had like somebody who actually reached out in Colorado or something. And I was like, bro, like, I don't care if I have to.
Sometimes you can't find a place to stay. You're like, you know what?
I'll be like, bro, I'll drive. I'll do like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll give you this much. And like, I don't care what I make. Like I just wanted to create the content as far as just traveling, being out of state, you know what I'm saying? Like different stuff like that, just to, just for the benefits of doing it. And I was like, yeah, you maybe you're right. Maybe I would kind of go out of my ordinary process of doing something different. So you don't have to answer this question.
Okay.
If you don't want.
Yeah.
Is there one artist? Okay, this is actually my bad. It's not even another question I'm at yet. So is there one artist that you would love to shoot? And like, who would it be? Like just this could be even like a celebrity.
Yeah.
This could be like someone maybe that's just getting started. Like, who would you just be like, this is the person and why?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I want to shoot. I would love to shoot Lil Wayne.
That'd be dope.
That would be pimp.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
That would be dope. Just because growing up, like that was the man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like in our generation growing up, like He's still there.
He's still
there. He's still
putting he's still putting out like skateboarding videos to his music. You know what I mean? It's not even a music video, but it's cool.
Yeah, I don't think
he's got a podcast too, doesn't he, or something like that? He's got some show that he does on YouTube.
Yeah, it's a show. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to say it's a podcast. It could be because it's video. It's a podcast, right? Okay. Yeah. I don't watch I see some of it on Instagram though. It's pretty dope. I think he like interviews other rappers and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But even with music, like he still puts stuff out. I don't think people respect him as much just because of longevity, how long he's been in it. Yeah. It's tough to keep that respect and like, you know, and especially as much as he's put out, like it's not just albums. Like dude's putting out crazy mixtapes.
Yeah, so much music out there.
But yeah, like that would be crazy to make a video. Especially like nobody knows his mind.
Right.
So like the video coming out of like depending on the song or whatever, like it'd be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me a second. Okay, so as far as going into like a video, like what is your process? Do you brainstorm on creating a certain video? Like if somebody comes with you with a song, like, hey, I want to do a video. Is it like full on just your idea, or do they come with you with an idea? Do you create everything? Do you have like a layout? Like how does that work?
So the process, it varies. So sometimes, I mean, it also depends on the budget. If an artist has a budget or if they don't, you know, and a lot of times they don't, you know, but if they do, I like to get with the artist and be like, hey, you know, cause they made the song, and most of the time they made a song because they had a vision in their head, you know? And so I like to ask them like, you know, what do you want in the video? Like, what are you looking for? And if they don't have anything, that's better for me, because then I can come up with something cool. But most of the time, a lot of these artists, they have like an idea that they want to roll off of. And so I try to come up with something in my head and incorporate what they're asking for at the same time. And then, you know, hey, this is the idea. This is what we can do. This is how I can make it happen, and go from it like that.
Now when you say like most of the time they don't have the budget, like is it just like they don't want to pay for it, or are they just like?
Well, it's not. So a lot of times they ask like, how much do you charge? And
okay,
it's like,
so is your price too high for them?
No, not necessarily.
Okay,
I mean, sometimes. I mean, but most of the time it's kind of like they just want to pay you like you're just a guy with a camera, and that's not me.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm the guy that's gonna book the location. I'm the guy that's gonna hire models. I'm the guy that's gonna get the car rentals. I'm the guy that's gonna, you know, do all that stuff. And so if you have a budget, it's easier for me. That way, you as an artist, you don't have to worry about that.
You show up.
You're paying me to do a job, and then we talk about what the video is gonna look like, and if you're cool with it, then you gotta trust me to make that happen. You know, I tell a lot of people it's like getting a tattoo. Like if you want to get a tattoo, you go to a tattoo artist that you like their work, and you don't come to them with an image off of Google and say, I want this on my skin. Like, no, you say, I want a dragon your style, and then they're gonna draw it out. If you like it, you get it. If not, then redraw it.
Yeah.
Or go somewhere else. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Do you ever get offended by that? Or not offended, but like just a little bit sick. Like
what?
People don't want to pay, or do they come off as like they don't want to pay you for it, or is it just more like?
I get kind of burnt when they tell me like if they have a budget and they're like, oh, my budget's $1,000 and we're gonna shoot a video for $1,000, and then I'm over here like, okay, I got to come up with this, I got to come up with that, and I got to pay myself. And a lot of times it cuts into like normally what I would want for the video. And I'm willing to do that in a lot of cases because like I want the video to come out good.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to pay myself a specific percentage out of that $1,000, I start cutting into my portions to get that location or to get that car or whatever the case is. And then we show up, and then they spent, you know, a lot of money on, you know, clothes and alcohol and you know, it's like.
Or what about the money that they're flashing in the video, bro?
You could have put that towards the budget, and I could have made something more, something better happen with that. You know what I mean? We could have a bigger location. We could have had the car we wanted. You know what I mean? Like so.
So you don't. So this is not part of the question either. I'm just thinking about it.
Okay.
You don't have to answer it either, just because you work with a lot of artists. Do they use prop money?
So okay, no, not all of them.
But that's real, right?
What?
Like prop money?
Prop money's no, it's not real money.
No, I mean, but it's real that people use it.
Yeah, it's actually better because like if an artist is gonna be throwing money, like sometimes the money gets lost, or you know what I mean.
You gotta pick it all back up.
Pick it all back up, and a lot of cases it may be water on the floor, and it's just better to use prop money for those cases, just because you ain't got to keep track of it.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry if it rips or, you know, whatever the case is. If you got fire around, it's going to burn.
Oh,
you just
yeah.
burn like $400 falls into the fire. Like, you know what I mean? That's got to go into the budget.
How much it costs for prop money?
It's pretty cheap. Propmoviemoney.com. That's where you can get it at. They got some good stuff.
Like how much you get? Like,
I mean, you can get pallets. You can get like,
you
can get a pallet. You can get like suitcases of like, you know, $1 million. You can get old money, like, you know, like money what used to look back in the 80s.
Yeah.
You can do all that stuff.
So you can get pallets.
You can get clean money like it was just printed, or you can get like money that's looked like it's been used and cycled around. Yeah.
That is crazy.
It's dope. Yeah.
I didn't know.
But it's kind of funny because they make little changes on it. So sometimes Benjamin Franklin, his lips are like, it's pretty funny. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
It's pretty funny to see it too. So you can't really zoom in on it, but
yeah.
you know,
you
get it.
Yeah. All right. So this is one thing I had in mind seeing your videos. So how do you feel? I mean, you could talk me through it if you want. How do you feel as like shooting the video of someone and they got weapons and they're just like,
I always make sure they're empty. You have to.
Obviously,
accidents
man,
happen.
Like, for real. Like that's just not like, I wouldn't do it. Like even if it's empty, I'm like, nah. Like
I've had some people like just pull out a gun like without even saying there's gonna be one there, and I'm like, well, cut. That's a cut. Hey, let me check. Yeah, let me check that real quick. And then I don't touch the guns. If I have a little, I take my bandana. Huh? I've had some prop guns in some videos. Yeah, I'm not gonna say any names or nothing, but yeah, but people don't want to get in trouble too. So it's like, we gotta be real careful when we're bringing these guns out.
For real.
So I'd rather have prop guns than real guns just in case.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And have the real ones, you know, set aside or something. But yeah,
somebody just pull out a gun, bro. Like,
yeah. And then trying to like move it and set the scene, you know what I mean? I take my bandana off, I pick it up and set it down so I don't get my fingerprints on it. I don't touch the bullets. I don't want nothing coming back to me, you know? Yeah. It's
damn. Okay, so just to go from there, let's actually show people a few of your videos. All right. So we're gonna take a quick break and then we'll come back right now.
Cool. All right.
All right, so welcome back. That was a quick break. So a question that I want to jump into is as far as, because one thing we talked about before was branding. And one thing that I noticed is that you're like extremely good at branding yourself. And you've always talked about like how you wanted to brand what you were doing. And like you could literally, like Mike, you can even bring up his Instagram page, like it just looks like a brand.
Okay.
Even though like, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like how do you, like what do you come up with? Like how is this like something that you just easily do?
Well, I mean, if I'm going to put my name on it, you know, I got to make sure it looks good. And then plus like brand recognition, you know, like how you always see Monster everywhere, or you see like Pepsi, or you see all these brands. It's just something that's always in your head. Yeah. You know, so I always want to put my name out there and always get my name circulating. So all these artists will be like, you know, when they finally meet me, like, damn, bro, I seen your work everywhere. You know what I mean? That's how it is. That's how it's starting to get, you know?
Yeah. How do you, is there like there's like a plan that you put together? Is there some type of process that you're like, no, I'm gonna do this, this, and this because I want the brand to work? or is there like a vision you have that you just stick to that creates this brand?
Well, I try to stay like consistent with everything that I do. Like I try to, but also at the same time, like I like to I like to like switch it up a lot, you know, like
Yeah.
so like if I were an artist doing music, like I would want to do a rap song and also do an R&B song, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? That's how I am, but I also like want to try to keep it, you know, all like the same,
Yeah.
I guess you
Kind
could
of.
say. So if
Yeah.
you look at my Instagram, like my colors on my
Hmm.
pictures and stuff are all real similar, but the videos they
Yeah.
get real different because I try to show like how versatile I could be and
Yeah.
you know all the type of different stuff I could do, you know?
Yeah. Um, how would how would you say like how long did that take?
Like to come up with my
Just to feel like, know what, like this is the way I'm going to build this brand.
I mean, it took as long as it took to get here because, like, it was always changing. You know,
Yeah.
like if you look back at my early stuff, like it looks one certain type of way, and then you could just see it evolve into what it is now.
Yeah.
It's just about finding what I like, you know, and then making that work too. Because sometimes you look at other people's pictures and you're like, dang, that's dope. I want to do stuff like that, but
Yeah.
you can't do it because you don't know
Hmm.
how to. But then eventually you'll get there. You know,
Yeah.
you work towards that. Yeah, so it's
Um,
kind of like finding like a lot of other people that I like, you know, like I follow on Instagram and stuff, and then kind of like incorporating in like, oh, I like how they did that, but I also like how this person did this, and then you know,
put
just
in
making
your
my
own
own.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Have you thought about taking your talent outside of music videos? Cause I know you shot like behind the scenes weddings for me. You shot a wedding with me.
Yeah.
Um, commercials or something. Like, do you plan on like breaking out of music videos, or is that something you're gonna stick to?
I just love doing music videos. It's
Yeah.
something that like, you know, because I just have I have that vision, I guess, you know. So
Hmm.
like it's something I enjoy doing. But I have done I still shoot weddings. I still go
Okay.
out and do weddings. I do photography of weddings. I do videos and stuff. And I've done like some corporate stuff too. But I just enjoy making music
Okay.
videos.
You
Yeah.
don't post most of that.
No, because it's
It's
not
not
it's
part
not
of
my
your
brand.
brand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. Um.
I have posted some stuff like that wedding video I shot with you.
Okay. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did post that just to kind of show because I wanted to put it out there. Like I do a lot of stuff, but I think I took it down just because I was like,
It's
it's
not
not it's
part.
not a part of the brand. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So, and I have some other guys that I work with out in Dallas, and like so they post all this stuff, and you know, and that's yeah.
Um. How many? So this can go for everybody who learns how to do something that they put their mind to.
Mhm.
How many hours did you spend on days, months, like teaching yourself how to like from start to beginning, how to pick up a camera, edit, learn settings, learn like everything, lighting, like
Yeah.
how long do you feel like just give me a rough estimate on how you feel like to be comfortable of like, you know what, I could do this, do that. Cause even me in photography, there was a point where I was like, oh, I can't do that because I don't know how to do this, or I don't know the settings for this, or I can't shoot in this lighting.
Yeah.
Like it took time to learn all that stuff. How long do you think it took you to really just feel comfortable to be like, I could do it?
I'm
Like,
still putting in time to do stuff.
damn.
I'm
Yeah.
still putting in time to learn because you constantly got to keep growing.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to.
Hmm.
And so, like, yeah, at the beginning, like when I first picked up a camera, I needed to learn, you know, the aperture, you know, like, you know, I need to learn all that stuff, what ISO does, you know, shooting in 4K or 1080. Like, I needed to know all that stuff. But still, like, if I'm going out to a shoot, like, and I know I'm going to be shooting this specific thing, I still, like, you know, do my research and try to figure out, okay, like maybe I could do this different way, or should I stick with, you know, what I feel like I know. Like, you know, I'm always
Yeah.
trying to learn, but I put a lot of time into it. A lot
Yeah.
of time.
If you can give like a time frame, how long
Oof.
do you think, like how many hours a day, how many, or every time you sat down to learn? 'Cause I remember watching him, like I started a little bit before him, maybe like 9 to 10, maybe a year.
Mhm.
And bro, like the knowledge he has on cameras, like bro, I couldn't tell you half the stuff he knows.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think I jumped more into just creating. And then this dude could like tell me everything about my camera. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, what the hell are you talking about, bro? Like speak my
Yeah.
language.
Because you
And it's
don't want to
like,
go out. Because you don't want to go out to a shoot. Like I feel it's different for you because you're taking photos and stuff, and you're at a wedding, and nobody's really like. Yeah, I guess the guests are always like, "Oh, what type of camera is that?" Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? And
I'm just like,
everyone-
Cameron. Like I don't
yeah.
have to say much, bro.
Let me, yeah. And then
Yeah.
just you kind of scoot away and do your thing. But
Yeah.
like music videos, they were like, "Oh, let me see that last shot you just did," and
Yeah.
then you got the people that like they want to shoot behind the scenes and stuff that you know want to check it out too, and how you're shooting it, and you don't want to go out to a shoot not knowing.
Yeah.
But honestly, bro, I get carried away too with sometimes I'll be watching videos. Like I watch a lot of Gerald Undone. I don't know
I
if
think I've
you,
ever
I don't
seen.
know if you, I'm maybe Mike knows Gerald Undone.
Yeah.
He's real knowledgeable when it comes to cameras and stuff. And so I'm always watching a lot of his videos.
I think the problem too, I don't know if you guys learn that way, but you guys could watch a video and figure out something. Like I literally, like I tell him I'm hands-on, like I have to be behind him and he has to show me.
Yeah.
Because I could watch a video and be like, cool, and not know what the hell just happened.
A lot of times, like, cause I'm new to Sony's, and cause I always shot Canon. Like a lot of my stuff is on Canon. And when I got my Sony, I would sit there like watching the video and I pull my camera out and I'm like, oh, okay, let me check this out. Oh, 2 menus over, okay.
Yeah.
Scroll down 2 times, and then trying to do that and then try to shoot it. And then if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Yeah. A lot of times you'll do research on trying to find out stuff for a video, but it's like I'm shooting music videos and the person I'm learning from does weddings. So like, you know, coloring is different. Yeah. So you got to make your adjustments and stuff.
So if you have any, give me one or two, one's fine. One of your funniest moments during the shoot. Just anything. Moments. It could be something embarrassing. It could be something funny that happened to somebody else, something that happened to you. Anything that was just kind of like that you just remember that you're just everybody around that place was just kind of laughing.
Okay. Well, yesterday actually, I had to shoot yesterday. I mean, it's because my mind's trying to go back and try to think like, what's the funniest thing? But the funniest thing that I can remember right off top is something that happened yesterday. We were shooting a video, and I mean, it's really nothing like too crazy off, but we had a dude in a dog costume, like
what?
And he was like humping a girl's leg, and she was supposed to just push him off, but she pushed him too hard.
He fell.
Yeah, he fell over. And it was like, you know, hopefully that'll work out in the video. We'll see.
Why is he in a dog costume?
It's part of the video.
Part of the video? Yeah, was that something you guys came up with?
Yeah.
Or, okay, so it wasn't just like random?
No, yeah, it was something we came up with. Yeah.
I thought he just showed up to a shit like, you know.
We had planned it. We had a lot of plans, but see, a lot of times things don't go as planned too. Like yesterday, it started to rain, and we were outside. And then we're all sitting there right when we're about ready to shoot. Cops show up and tell us we have to move. We can't be parking there.
What was one of the most awkward moments during the shoot that you can remember?
So like I had a dude. I don't want to say who it was, but like some people just don't really understand. Like
we'll tag them.
Like, some people just don't understand cameras and like what they capture. So they'll tell me like, oh, shoot, like, you know, shoot. I want to go to the beach and I want to shoot the beach behind me. And like all it is just a line behind them.
Flat line and then clouds.
It's just real boring. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, I like to put stuff in the foreground, like behind you and like get a lot of movement. And, but no, I had one dude who was just like, we're shooting a video and we're almost done. And he's like, could you shoot from like the top and like shoot down so you can see the top of my head? And I'll be like rapping. And he was like, pretty awkward too. And like I was just like why would I want to get a shot from the top, bro? Like this doesn't make any sense. He's like, because I want to put a shirt on my head and like tie it and have the logo on top so you can see the logo. And I was just like, nah, like I don't want to shoot that. But then he kept pressing it. He just kept pushing and pushing. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna shoot it. And a lot of times I'll do it. Like if you keep pressing me to shoot something, I'm gonna shoot it. It's not gonna make it in the video if it doesn't make sense.
So you actually keep stuff out if you want it.
Yeah. Like, so I'll shoot a lot of times I'll shoot stuff and it just doesn't work out. I don't put it in. And so a lot of times artists will hit me up and they'll be like, hey, what happened to that one scene? Like it didn't fit, didn't work. Yeah. But yeah, no. So I shot the video. I was shooting it. And there was just no way that I can get a top angle.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to think of a way to put his logo in there.
Yeah.
The way he wanted me to, but it just didn't work out. And it was really awkward. It was really awkward how that worked out. Yeah.
And it's awkward too, because like, I'm pretty sure he was just like, he was in his zone. Like, this is what I want.
Yeah.
And you're probably like,
and I shot the video for him and I shot that scene for him, but it's just, I didn't put it in there.
If he sees it, he's going to know it's him.
Probably. But I don't think he's going to watch this.
Okay. All right. So as a videographer, like what is one of your biggest goals? It don't have like, I know most people think like, oh, I just want to millionaire type. They don't have to be nothing like that.
Yeah.
Just like what is one of your biggest goals? Like if you look at yourself in 5 years, I know most people, I hate this question, but I like to ask it just to see if you have like a vision.
I just want to continue to grow. You know, I like, this is what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to do this as a career. And so I just want to continue to grow so that I can, you know, just do this.
And this is your full time.
Full time. Yeah.
And you don't have like another job.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's my goal. Like I've had this, what?
Yeah, but I feel like you can. I feel like you can do this full time.
I feel like I'm getting there, but it seems like every time like this, like I even talk to my accountant, my best friend, he's an accountant.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was like, this is your year. Like he went through my books and like, bro,
Richard.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is your year. Like, bro, at the end of the year, like you're good. And then boom, the virus.
Oh.
And I'm like, it's not my year, bro, but it's still a pretty good year though, actually. It's crazy. But
Yeah. That's cool because he'll have you sitting right through all of it. You know, like
Bro.
he's like, hey, at the end of this year, you could do it and then you'll be comfortable. But
Yeah.
a lot of time, like when I dove into it and I'm like, this is what I'm gonna do full time. Like I struggled. Like I struggled a lot, paying my bills, paying my car, paying my phone. Like I struggled.
That's the biggest thing, bro. Like, and I think, and it sucks. I feel like I did it backwards because you know, like as going into a photographer, like I had a full-time job making a certain amount, but I have bills and stuff I have to live up to with that what I make. So, you know, so now I'm like, well, as a photographer, I have to make exactly what I'm making to at least, you know, keep up and have a savings and do that, you know. And it's like that's I think the biggest.
But see, also at the same time, you got to think like your full-time job takes up a lot of time of your day.
That's
and so if you cut that out and you dive in full time with this, then you'll be able to do that. Yeah, you'll be able to.
I think it's just the security.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like probably scared. You know, like I don't want to fail, but eventually, you know, I know I'm gonna because I think I'm getting closer and closer to taking that step. So it's like I know I'm getting closer because I talk about it all the time. Like it's gonna happen now. Before I was like I don't know. Now I'm like it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I know I'm getting there. So
yeah.
All right. So that was pretty much. Oh, sorry about the class. That was all the questions for the actual interview.
Okay.
That
was pretty quick.
Yeah, it was pretty fast.
Right.
That was actually 10, 12 questions.
Okay.
So we actually have 10 fun questions. Like I said, they're just awkward, random questions that you probably on yours. Actually, I have a few that I actually put in there because I know that you know some of this stuff. So I just want you to be honest, and answer fast. That way I don't know if you're making stuff up, you know, that you're not lying.
Yeah.
Don't be a liar. Nah. So the first one is, what do you prefer? And I put this in here deliberately to start a fight.
Okay.
No, just Sony A7 III or GH5.
Oh, A7 III.
Jump on them, bro.
A7 III.
Is there a reason?
Like I was telling you earlier, if there's a camera that you needed to do specific things, like you just mark off that box. And honestly, GH5 wasn't even on my list. Like just because the autofocus isn't there. And I remember you came out to a shoot with me to do behind the scenes. I was mad, bro. I was mad when I seen your footage. I was like, damn, it looks better than my footage. But like the slow-mo, you don't get audio. It already comes in slow-mo. Like, so you can't see it back normally. You know what I mean?
So you really did research on like what it can.
Yeah, I have to, like, because I don't want to get a camera that like I get a camera and I'm like, oh man, I didn't know it does this.
Is it? My bad. We're gonna jump into these questions. Yeah. Is that something though that videographers do more of? Because I feel like photography, like we all know most about photography, but I feel like you guys really know like what every camera does and doesn't do.
Yeah, because I do a lot of research. I do a lot of research on cameras, like especially when I'm going to be, you know, upgrading whatever. Because I went from the T7i, which was, you know,
that's crazy.
Yeah, to the A7 III, and then, you know, now I'm already wanting to jump up again because, like, and it's really not about the camera.
Yeah,
it's how you know how to you have to know how to use it.
Yeah,
because if you look at a lot of my work, all the videos that I've done are on the T7i. And like you look at it and people always tell me like, bro, on a T7i, and I'm just like, you have to know what you're doing.
I wish more people knew what that means. Like T7i, like I wish
the Canon T7i is like the tourist camera that goes out. It's got a flippy screen. It does good video. Like it's a slept on camera. It really is. And like when I got it, I did a lot of research on that one too. And I didn't even know a whole lot about cameras because I was just getting into music videos. So I didn't know like, you know, stick to Canon or stick to Sony or, you know, stay away from Nikon. Yeah. You know, like I didn't know all that type of stuff. So
go ahead and show them. Go ahead and show them your camera.
Yeah. So I just got the A7 III Sigma MC11 with the 18-35 small rig cage. Yeah. I mean, it gets the job done. It gets the job done. So.
And this just feels professional,
bro. And like, I like the small rig cage on it just because it makes it a little more beefier. You know, I like mirrorless cameras are cool, but they're small, but they don't have to be. Yeah. You know, look at the Canon 1DX Mark II, Mark III. They're big. They're giant cameras. Yeah. And people love them. Yeah. And so yeah, and I it gets the job done. I like it. but I did a lot of research on it because I needed it to do specific things. And
yeah, it's crazy because I actually like I think I made a post about like my sister's getting into photography and stuff, and like bro, I don't mind helping people like at all, and like I don't know the most either, but I know enough. But so a few people actually reached out and was like, hey, I wanted to buy a camera. What's a good starter camera? And like I told them, like I started on a T6, bro. Like I've shot weddings on a T6.
Yeah.
I don't like to say that because I know the photographers would be like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
But like, bro, like I mean, I guess I don't have no other choice, but like if I went back, I probably wouldn't do it again. But at the time, I felt like I had no other choice, you know?
Yeah.
It's like if I didn't do it, I would never have the content and nobody would ever let me do it. You know?
And so like, for me too, like showing up to a video shoot with big artists.
Yeah.
And I got a T7i, you know, I feel like, you know, people like look at you like, oh damn, like this dude's a beginner. And it's like, well, you don't know what I can do with this camera.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know?
Because I'll show people photos and they'll be like, oh, you shot that with that one. Like, okay, like boom, that's your proof, you know? Like, or there was one time I even posted like, oh, I upgraded my camera and I posted pictures and they're like, oh, that's a good investment. And I'm just like, I never upgraded, bro. It was just, I was just trolling. I was just saying that because I knew people kept like picking at what camera I used. And so
I upgraded because I had to. Like I got to a point where I just my vision like outgrew my camera's capabilities. You know, I needed I wanted, not that I needed 120, but I wanted 120 just to give myself, you know, better slow-mo and better like what is it? Like shooting at night. Like trying to shoot low light. Like I needed something that was better because my footage would just it would just break apart, you know. It was real bad. And the A7 III is great. Yeah. It's great in low light.
Yeah, I think this is the one you were telling me like if I wanted to upgrade to get this one, right?
Yeah, if I got Sony, I definitely go that route. But I've invested so much into that, I gotta get a
I think you're crazy. If you're shooting weddings to go to a Sony,
nah.
I don't think that's the move.
No, I was talking about for video.
Oh, for video, yeah. Video.
I remember I was telling him I wanted to get into video. He was like, I'll go with that.
Yeah, A7 III or the new A7S III.
But I think when I upgrade again, I'm gonna go with the photo camera first again.
Yeah. All right. This is like a hybrid. It's a hybrid camera. You got, I mean, you also like knowing cameras and what they do. You got to know like what line. They got the A7, then you got the A7S, the A7R, and then they all. They're all, you know, specialized in different things. The R would be good for you because it's
specifically for photos.
Yeah, photos. Yeah.
Okay, so let's jump into these next 9 questions.
Okay.
I didn't mean to check in that, but I was like, I kind of want to break down like what it goes into like upgrading equipment and stuff like that. But all right, so do you prefer Premiere Pro or Apple iMovie?
Premiere Pro because I have when I shoot Windows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any.
Have
Apple
you ever edited
products.
on iMovie?
I've never even used Apple, Mac, nothing.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a question that I need everybody in this room gonna have to answer.
Okay.
All right. Is In-N-Out the best fast food burger?
No.
Thank you, bro, Matt.
It is a bomb. It's bomb. And I'm no. Okay, no. Whataburger is good. It's good, but I mean,
is it better than In-N-Out?
See, a lot of people, no, definitely not. But like people in Texas would say Whataburger is, and it's funny that they don't say it says Whataburger, but people call it Waterburger. Like, it's like Waterburger, and it's like that's. Anyways, it's not. It's just they have more options. People from Texas go try In-N-Out. I mean, there's a lot of In-N-Outs in Texas now. Like where I'm at, there's a lot now. But a few years ago, there wasn't. Yeah. And so when they started coming, people were like, there's no options. And that's why people don't like In-N-Out because they're like, oh, it's just one burger. And it's like, that's all you need.
That's all you,
Right?
Yeah.
But my favorite burger, hands down, Culver's.
I don't think I've ever had that.
Culver's is bomb. There's a Culver's down the street from where I'm at. Favorite place to go.
In-N-Out? Nah.
It's good though. Anytime I'm out here, I go to In-N-Out just because.
This is what it's good, yeah. That's 3-1, bro. And I know people are gonna bash me for this. I would get bashed already.
I'll probably get bashed too.
Every time I explain myself, people want to choke me out for saying that, you know. But and I've never had this many people agree with me.
What's your favorite burger?
I don't know, but it's not In-N-Out. In-N-Out don't like. It's good. It's cool to me. It's not even like, oh my god, it's super bomb. Like to me.
Well, have you tried all their styles and stuff, like animal style?
So animal style's cool. I actually like the animal style fries, but animal style's cool.
Yeah, animal style fries bomb.
One thing I don't like is that the patties are usually not cooked all the way. Okay. Somebody told me that they usually don't cook them all the way. You have to ask for it to be well done. I don't know how true that is, but I've noticed that every time I've gotten it, they're like a little bit pink.
Yeah.
And I don't like my meat pink.
Okay.
Like, period, bro. Like, so that's one thing that kind of throws me off. Another thing, I don't like waiting in line for 40 minutes. The fries are hard.
Yeah, the lines edited not be long. Yeah.
I hope I don't get like sued. Nah, but yeah. So I don't know. In and out, it's cool, but I just don't like people are just like that's like the best thing in the world.
No, the fries are good. The Neapolitan shake, like some things you just gotta ask for them, you know, and they'll have them.
So do you prefer a text or a phone call?
Oh, text, bro, most likely. Yeah,
I bet
text.
I called you like 4 times the last 2 days. You could have told me, bro.
Nah. I guess it just depends on what it's for.
Nah, me text too. I think the reason I call him a lot now and I call you because of the podcast. But
when we're just talking and it's just like whatever, like call me.
Yeah,
I like to talk, but at the same time, like if I'm going back and forth about details on a music video, like text, email, like or DM, just so that we can go back and be like, yo, like this or that. And a lot of times, like sometimes too, like somebody just brought this up the other day. Like I had quoted somebody a certain price like a month ago.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm always quoting prices. And then so when I hit them with a new price this month, they were like, oh, you told me something else. And it was like,
sorry.
Yeah, bro. No, if I said that, you know, I'll stand by that. But like at the same time, like I'm giving, like I don't remember what I said a month ago, and it's, you know, it's a month later. But yeah.
That's
so
how I felt
that's where texts come in handy.
Yeah, because you'll have like something to look back on.
Yeah, exactly.
For real. Vans or Chucks?
Vans.
Matt.
But no, I seen a photo. I think I seen a photo of you the other day in some Chucks, and I was like, I gotta get some Chucks.
That was like, I think like I don't know where I found those at. They fell out of my closet.
No, but for real though, if I had Adidas, for real.
What it?
Adidas.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear about that. Yeah. I like the shell toe, like the originals. I think I have some too. I have so many shoes that I just don't wear. I wear like old shoes.
I got the Baby Shark 12s.
What?
they're called Pro Fears, but they look like little Baby Shark shoes.
Shark. I was like Baby Shark 12s. I'm guessing for my son, bro.
Yeah, they're dope. I love these shoes. They're comfortable.
Do you prefer hoodie season or like tank top? I don't even know if
hoodie
tank
season.
top season is
hoodie season.
Yeah.
Hoodie season.
Yeah. Hey, for real, bigger season. Dudes, like we don't wear tank tops, so I wear a hoodie in the summer if I can, but it's not right now. It's 107
Yeah, probably
degrees.
Last year I was in better shape. Last year I probably would have said tank top season, but now
You prefer energy drinks or coffee?
Energy drinks.
Yeah. Nobody drinks coffee. If they drink coffee, it's in an energy drink form. Nah, I drink frappuccinos. They're cool. You don't drink frappuccinos?
Yeah. If I go to Starbucks,
do you answer my frappuccino Fridays? Oh, you do. You never answer them right.
Yeah, but no, I do. I do answer them right, bro. Actually, this other day, like I was answering them. I think I got one wrong. I answered them all. I answered them a lot. Yeah.
You got 3 right?
Probably 3 out of 4. Yeah. I know I got one wrong, and I was just like, I know this fool better than everybody else.
Don't play games with me. Okay, so what was your worst job before you started doing video, or actually ever? What was just your worst job ever?
Walmart.
You worked at Walmart?
I worked at Walmart. Yeah. I worked overnights.
What did you do?
I did a stock, stock stuff.
Was it because like a boss or something, or you just hated that job?
I just hated that job. Yeah. Because I would work all night. So I would, but it was a cool little, I guess it was a cool little schedule. I do well on schedules. It's like, you know, I eat the same type of foods. You know, I wake up, go to sleep, and do the same thing every day. But yeah, it was like, I would go to work at like midnight. I wouldn't get off until like 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Damn.
Whatever, yeah.
So what would you do? If someone wanted to give you $100K for the next 10 years or $1 million up front?
Oh, I'll take
why?
That's a good question. Yeah, I'd probably take the 100K over the next few years.
Next 10 years. So the next 10 years you'll get 100K. Yeah. Every January 1st, boom, you get 100K.
Yeah.
Or $1 million right now.
No, I'll do that.
$1 million?
No, I would take 100K. Yeah.
Mike?
Every year.
Every year? Matt?
Yeah, no, I take it every year.
Matt wants $1 million, bro. He wants $1 million.
Yeah, because if you get if you get the $1 million right now, like you're gonna be spending a lot of it, and if you space it out over the next 10 years, you're gonna be more like
You know, I feel like it's like for sure for the next 10 years I'm gonna have like
you know
what I'm saying,
for that too.
I don't know what the hell I'll do with the $1 million.
At the same time 100, like you could do a lot with that every year.
All right, so this is the last question. I put it on here because it's stupid, bro.
Okay. And
I don't even know the answer. And I've seen it online. I've seen it online, bro, and it's like I don't know. Is water wet?
Is water wet?
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know. I
need an
remember like
answer.
I remember when the whole thing was going down of like water. Is water wet? Not until it gets somebody wet, I guess. You know, I don't know.
But I'm talking about water.
Yeah, water wet. It's wet. It's wet. That shit's wet.
Matt, is water wet? I don't
know. I guess.
What do you mean you guess? It's water.
It's gotta be wet, right?
I don't know. That's stupid as hell. All right, man. So
yeah, water's wet.
Yeah, we're not gonna get All right, man. So I appreciate you coming to the podcast,
yeah,
bro.
Man, thanks for having me.
Thank you for sharing all your information. Hopefully we can have you up here again. When we start getting things more situated and professional, we can start creating more content for these things, and maybe have you back for more questions and have
for sure.
more.
Yeah, bro. This is cool. This is cool.
Because I've always feel like after we get these things done, I go back. I'm like, I could ask this, I could ask that, and honestly, I feel like we can go for a longer time.
Yeah.
But I try to keep it, so people aren't like, it's an hour, I'm not watching it. So, but yeah, I appreciate you coming, man. Especially taking up one of your timers of the day, and showing up, bro. Other than that, I appreciate everybody who's tuned in to this podcast. I will tag him at the bottom of the video. And make sure you guys go give him a follow. Check out his work. If you guys know anybody, share, like his stuff, recommend him. And thank you guys again for tuning into the Shot by Dame podcast.